What if I told you that you are currently leaking thousands of dollars every single year, and you have absolutely no idea it's happening? It's not your mortgage. It's not your car payment. It's not even that weekly grocery run. It is the $4.50 latte you buy on autopilot. It is the $15 delivery fee you pay because you're too tired to cook. And it's the $9.99 subscription you signed up for 2 years ago and haven't touched since. Here is the harsh reality that took financial experts decades in this industry to fully understand. Wealth is not always built by what you earn. Wealth is built by what you keep. And if you keep ignoring the small stuff, you aren't just losing pocket change. You are robbing your future self of a fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you are going to look at your bank statement completely differently. The psychological trap. So, why do we do this? Why do smart and financially capable people ignore small expenses? It comes down to a cognitive bias called mental accounting. Your brain literally has a separate mental ledger for small purchases. When you spend $4, your pain receptors don't fire the same way they do when you spend $400. You rationalize it. It's just a coffee, or it's only $20. But let's do the math on that, just a coffee mentality. If you spend $5 a day, 5 days a week, that is $25 a week. That is $100 a month. And that is $1,200 a year on one habit. Now, $1,200 a year doesn't sound like a down payment on a house, right? But here's where the trap snaps shut. You aren't just losing $1,200. You are losing the opportunity that $1,200 represents. Let me show you the real cost. This is the part most financial influencers get wrong. They tell you to skip the coffee, save the $5, and put it in a jar. That's fine, but it misses the superpower of compound interest. Let's say you take that $5 a day, that $1,200 a year, and instead of spending it, you invest it into a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500. Historically, that yields an average of about 8% to 10% per year. Let's be conservative and use 8%. Now, let's run the numbers over 30 years. At 8% annual interest, investing $100 a month for 30 years doesn't just give you $36,000. It gives you over $140,000. Wait, let's increase it to the full $1,200 a year. Over 30 years, that is roughly $150,000. $150,000. That is a college education. That is a down payment on a house. That is an early retirement fund. When you ignore a small expense, you aren't saving $5. You are actively choosing to burn $150,000 of your future net worth. That is the real price tag of just this once. The invisible enemies. Enemy 1, the subscription graveyard. That $14.99 streaming service you haven't watched in 6 months? That's $90 gone. 3 of those? That's nearly $600 a year. Enemy 2, ATM and banking fees. Paying $3 to withdraw your own money is financial self-harm. If you do that twice a week, that's over $300 a year. Enemy 3, the convenience tax delivery apps mark up food by 30%, plus fees, plus tips. That $20 meal costs you $35. Do that twice a week, and you've just spent an extra $1,500 a year just to sit on your couch. If you are ignoring these, you are working longer hours at your 9 to 5 just to hand your hard-earned cash to billion-dollar corporations who are laughing all the way to the bank. The fix. All right, here is the fix. Step 1, the 30-day audit. Print out your bank statement from the last 3 months. Take a bright pink highlighter and mark every single expense under $20. I guarantee you, the sheer volume will shock you. Step 2, the 1 in, 1 out rule. For every new subscription you want to add, you must cancel one existing one. Step 3, the 24-hour micro rule. If you want to buy a non-essential item under $20, you don't buy it. You screenshot it, wait 24 hours, and ask yourself, would I rather have this or the $150,000 it could turn into? Look, I'm not telling you to never enjoy life. You absolutely should. But real financial independence isn't about making huge, dramatic sacrifices. It is about respecting the cumulative power of small, consistent decisions. Your future self doesn't care about the one coffee you skipped. Your future self cares about the habit you built. Wealthy people aren't wealthy because they make more money than you. They are wealthy because they plug the leaks. They respect the pennies so the dollars take care of themselves. If this video opened your eyes, Hit that like button and subscribe to Money Decode so you don't miss the next wealth breakdown. And drop a comment below.